when the nation called for bridging divides and putting the country above self, he led his party out of opposition and into government, thereby ensuring that our nascent republic was devoid of partisanship and political bickering. When called to serve throughout the 60s and 70s, Mzee Moi served humbly and diligently, helping shape a modern and vibrant nation. Following the death of the first President of the Republic of Kenya, the late Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, President Moi stepped into the apex of leadership in 1978 and immediately brought calm and confidence to a nation that was reeling in shock following the unexpected death of our first Kenyan head of state. The story must be told of the man who, on assuming this high office as the second president of the Republic, Mzee Moi adopted a governance style and mantra that perfectly resonated with the needs and aspirations of his fellow citizens. When Kenyans spoke in 2002, he chose to abide by their wishes, and he led his party into the opposition. He consistently reminded us that opposition was not an enemy to the nation, but rather an alternative government in waiting and must be loyal to the country, always promoting ideas and strategies to enhance peace, love, and unity for our people. The love for his country and his commitment to uniting Kenyans informed his Nyayo philosophy of peace, love, and unity, which became the rallying call for our nation, expressing our desire to be a cohesive nation of diverse communities brought together by our shared values and aspirations. The Nyayo philosophy was inspired by the recognition that the quest to transform the lives of our people is a journey that cannot be undertaken by a single generation or administration. It is a journey underpinned by the knowledge that nation building is a continuous endeavor undertaken brick by brick, generation by generation, and administration by administration. Under President Moi, great strides were made with regard to education, women's empowerment, and transformation of the civil service, as well as the deepening of our unity, prosperity, and place of esteem within the community of nations. We celebrate Mzee Moi for the transformation in the education sector through the 844 system of education, which we have recently re-energized under the competence-based curriculum. We remember him for the Nyayo free milk program, which was the precursor to our current school feeding programs. The establishment of countless girls' schools at a time when the prevailing culture was firmly against education of the girl child. The active promotion of the place of women in leadership, in politics, in business, the civil service, amongst many other progressive initiatives. Fellow Kenyans, many of us often wonder what is in a color. When President Moi was called upon to choose a presidential standard, he settled for one in green that we see before us. This singular act inspired his conquests in conservation. His environmental credentials are indeed second to none. The iconic memories of Moi building countless gabions, stone by stone, driving an aggressive reforestation program of our nation by spearheading tree planting campaigns, signaling our nation's steadfast and unshakable anti-poaching stance by burning millions of dollars of ivory. These memories, imprinted in our hearts, will live with us forever. Fellow Kenyans, on some of the darkest days in our country's history, President Moi's resolute strength calmed the nation. There was perhaps, again, no greater evidence of this than on the 8th of August, 1998, when President Moi stood on the still smoldering ruins of the U.S. Embassy, reassuring the nation that we were safe and the perpetrators of that heinous and cowardly act would be brought to justice. On that day, he did the unprecedented and drove to the scene of the attack in the company of the then luminaries of the opposition parties, and they stood together for Kenya. President Moi's vision for Kenya, I believe, inspires us to continue to work tirelessly to harness that which elevates all of us as a people to greater heights of unity, prosperity, and democracy. Indeed, the Nyayo philosophy of peace, love, and unity not only inspires us, but finds wings in the process of validation and eventually in the implementation of our Building Bridges initiative.